Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm doing another video. Now today is the third episode of my brand new Next Step series called Take It to the Dance Floor, and today is really your chance to ask me the questions that you've been wondering, kind of about my opinions on the next step, etc, things like that. So a couple weeks ago I posted on my Instagram and on my YouTube about some questions that I wanted you to send. I gave you all the opportunity to send me some, and today I'm going to be going through them and kind of letting you know my thoughts on what you've asked me. I haven't looked at them, I have no idea what has been asked. What I can say is that I got like a lot more than I thought I was. I think I must have got like 60, and I was like, I thought there might be 10. So either I'm going to try and do like quick answers, or I won't be able to do them all. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to be able to do all of them, but I'm going to try my absolute best to answer them all. I don't want to let any of you down. But if I don't answer your question, feel free to comment it and I will reply. But I'm going to get straight into the first question and I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay, I like this first one. So the first one is, what is my favourite season of The Next Step? I've been asked this a lot, and it changes all the time. I would say right now, probably season 6 or 8. Now, I know a lot of people prefer the earlier seasons, but I grew up with Generation 2. I obviously watched Generation 1, but kind of the time that I can remember and the time when I really was growing up with The Next Step was Generation 2. So for me, season 6 was really, really good because we had Emily and Michelle in their prime running the studio. We had regionals, which was amazing. I like season 8 because it was the end of my generation of The Next Step and we were welcomed into the next one. And I'm beginning to feel like Generation 3 are kind of like my Generation 2. So yeah, anyway, long answer, but season 6 and season 8. My top 3 seasons. So I'm going to do this one very quickly. My top 3 seasons are, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to order them. Season 9, season 6 and season 8. That was such a hard one, but yeah, those are my top 3, and I feel like that's quite an unpopular opinion because I feel like a lot of people prefer the earlier ones, like I said. So comment your top 3 seasons. I really want to know what they are. Who is my favourite character on The Next Step? Oh my gosh, I don't actually know. Michelle, I think. Like, obviously, especially in earlier seasons, Michelle was my favourite, and in season 9, like when I saw her, as most of you probably know, I was very, very happy. But I'm gonna say Michelle's like my favourite character overall, but my favourite character in season 9, ooh, I need to think about this. I think it's got to be Olive, realistically. I mean, you all know how much like I rave about Olive, so I would say in season 9 probably Olive. Yeah, I would say Olive is my favourite in season 9, and Michelle's my favourite overall. Who is my favourite out of the OG bros, who are James, West and Eldon? Eldon probably would have been, but like after season 9, not anymore. So I would say, oh, this is tough. Probably West, because I think West has such a good personality. Not that James doesn't, but West just has something so special and he brought so much to the show. So West. Who do I relate to? I feel like I relate to a lot of characters. I feel like I relate to Olive a lot because I try my best to kind of give a good energy to the world. I try my best to be nice to everybody who I'm with. I feel like I am. I would say a bit of Noah because I naturally like to lead, even though like sometimes like I'm not expecting to. I don't know who else. Michelle, in the way of like when I want to do something, I'm very passionate to do it. For example, my YouTube, I want to make videos, so I make them, like that sort of thing. And in some ways Emily a little bit too, because like when I'm like kind of in charge of something, or like I have to take a leadership role, I naturally do kind of like research into things. I make sure that I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I probably relate to all of them the most, I would say. I really like this question. It's asking, what style of dance would I do if I was on The Next Step, and who do I think I'd be friends with? Fun fact, I did used to do dancing. I used to do like jazz and tap dancing. So I'm going to say if I was somehow amazingly, I don't even know how, but like if I ever was good enough to go on The Next Step, which, is never going to happen. If I ever was good enough to be a dancer on the show, I would say probably a jazz/contemporary dancer, because I did do contemporary for a little bit too. So I would say probably something like that. Friends wise, if we're going off season 9, I feel like I would probably get along mainly with the power trio from Elite, like Ariana, Adele, and Olive. They remind me a lot of some of my friends that I've got in real life. So I feel like I get on like along with them the most. But in like earlier seasons, probably people like Giselle, Michelle, Chloe, like just basically people who are really nice, because I really like spending time with people who look at the world very positively and who are really, really kind. So I feel like that those would be the people that I would naturally hang out with. And I'm guessing, like, I don't know if this means as a cast member or as a character, but either way, I think it would be the same. What storylines would I want to have on the show? I feel like I want to do a more detailed video into this because I think that's a very good suggestion. But I wish they'd done more like kind of diverse stories earlier on in the season. So obviously this season we had Ethan kind of talking a lot about LGBTQ+. And I really would have loved if they'd done that earlier on. I mean, there was no reason that they couldn't have done it earlier on, so I would have liked to have seen that. But I'm glad they did it in season 9 and 8 and 7. I mean, Cleo and Jude were just so iconic. Oh, and season 4, I forgot they kind of had a brief thing there. Like, they had, like, a couple characters date, but I would have preferred if it was, like, a solid, like, main storyline earlier on. But, you know, I'm glad they're doing it now. Whose character development do I find the most dramatic? Amanda's probably. I mean, Amanda had a massive redemption, so yeah, Amanda. Someone asked about a season 9 rewrite, and I am going to be doing a whole video on that. And I'm going to go into it too much now, but if I could rewrite it, internationals would be in another country. I'll give you that now. Oh my gosh, this is such a hard question. Which age group do I think is least/most dramatic, and which do I think is like the best at dancing? Least dramatic, probably season 6. I think that wasn't that dramatic. Most dramatic, probably season like 1. I mean, all that Emily and Michelle stuff was insane. Best dancers, probably Generation 2, in my opinion. Yeah, so probably season 6 for best dancing, I would say. If I could change the ending of season 9, what would it be? I wouldn't change it. It was perfect for me. But if I was to do a different cliffhanger, I would have done it as if... I kind of wish they had left internationals as a cliffhanger, like we don't know who wins. So, yeah, I would say like leaving internationals on a cliffhanger would be mine. Any random unpopular opinions that I've not voiced yet? There's got to be some I've not said. I feel like a lot of season 9 I've got out there because of my videos, and season 8. I'm thinking. I would say an unpopular opinion, which like I feel like not a lot of people would expect, is that I personally didn't think that Finn and Amy were that bad of a couple. Like, there's going to be loads more that I just can't think of right now, but right now Finn and Amy I thought were okay. The only issue was that Finn wasn't like giving everything because he liked Piper, so probably that's one. And I prefer Finn and Piper, but I also would have liked to have seen Finn and Amy together longer. I don't know, that's one of my unpopular opinions.
I know you had to miss out on your family camping trip, so I thought this might make you feel a little better.
I guess he knows me a little better than I thought he did.
Do I want Ariana and Olive to get together? Not really, in all honesty. I see Ariana more with Jet. I've seen like a few things about that, but not Olive. I don't see that as a romantic relationship. I don't really see Olive with anybody on A-Troop at the moment. But if someone comes in season 10, you never know. But no, I'm not with Ariana. Definitely not, in my opinion. But I feel like Ariana and Jet have something. Like, there is something there. Okay, that's the end of my YouTube questions. I couldn't answer all of them because there were some which were like, I'm going to do in another video, or like, yeah, I just couldn't think of right now. Somebody left a reply. I want to know what that is. Okay, they left their answers. That's really cool. I'm going to move on to Instagram now. Where did I put them? I'm doing this on my computer and I can't log into Instagram, so I think I've emailed myself the questions. There we go. Right. This question I knew was coming. It happens every time I do a Q&A. Do I think that there will be a season 10 of The Next Step? And in all honesty, I don't know, but I think there will be. I think it would be devastating if there wasn't. The Next Step deserves 10 seasons. I don't know whether they'll do any more after season 10. I hope that they would, but yes, I think there will be a season 10 of The Next Step, and I want a season 10 of The Next Step. There is so much more to do. We need to find out who's owning the studio. Also, I'm doing a video on that soon, who I want to own The Next Step. So yeah, I want a season 10 of The Next Step is a very short answer to that question. Who is my favourite ship? That's a very good question. My favourite ship on The Next Step? Ooh, right now, people are probably going to be surprised, but I really like Anthony and Adele together. Like, probably right now them. But past seasons, I really like Eldon and Talia, Emily and Hunter, Noah and Jackie, Piper and Finn, Rochelle and Ozzy. Yeah, lots of ships, but right now my favourite ones are Anthony and Adele in the new season. Oh yeah, Kenzie and Pete, I really like them too. That's so cool. Somebody mentioned about doing an interview with Kate, and as you all know by now, I've done one. But when I put this out, I couldn't reveal. So also the next interview guest is actually insane. I'm so excited for you to see it. It was so fun to film. I already filmed it before this video is coming out, but it was such a laugh. It was so fun. Opinions on Michel'don. I do like Michel'don now. I was against it for a while, but Michel'don are actually so cute, and I would love to see how it develops in season 10. Opinions on Mishemily. I'm conflicted because the idea of them together I would be down for, but I feel like I just couldn't see it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's more of a like fan fiction thing than a real thing, but I wouldn't be against it if it happened. I would love to see it, and I think that would be really cool, but I don't see it happening in all honesty. But you never know, the next step's always chucking twists in, so maybe. We need a season 10, we actually do, I 100% agree. Get season 10 on air right now. This person has put a lot of questions. I'm going to try and do a few of these. This is not a question, but I always love watching your videos. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Right, how do I click to that? What is going on with this computer? There we go. Would you like to see Margie make a comeback in season 10? Sure. What TNS character who you don't know a lot about would you like to get to know better? If we're talking about in terms of on the show, I would like to know like Adele and Olive a bit more, like kind of their background. But if we're talking about in real life, someone who I'd like to have a 10-minute chat with, probably Briar, who plays Rochelle. I feel like I have a lot to talk to her about, so probably Rochelle. Which TNS character makes me laugh? Ooh. Maria. Maria's just so funny. Maria's just so iconic. Probably Maria's just like entrances, they're so funny. Would you like to see a Lola and Rochelle reunion? Yes, I'd love to see that. I feel like that would be so cool. And also maybe like Kingston could come in, because like Kingston and Lola have some unresolved stuff. Like there was chemistry there. So yes, I'd love to see that. Oh my goodness, there's lots of questions down here. I'm going to try and answer some of these. I would love to see Emily back in season 10. I'm just kind of reading through a few of these. Do I miss Sandra on A-Troop? Yes, I do actually. I feel like he brought a really cool vibe to the team. So yes, I do miss Sandra, and I wish that he had stayed. But, you know, not every character can stay. So I suppose it's part of the Next Step's journey. But yeah, I do miss him. Okay, and to end this Q&A, who is my favourite OG Next Stepper? We all know who it is. It is Michelle. Michelle, I'm wearing pink, obviously, Michelle. But yes, Michelle. She's very iconic, and I really hope she gets a bigger role in season 10. That would be so nice. But yeah, Michelle. Well, that was a lot of questions I answered there, but I hope that I was able to answer and kind of give you some answers which you guys found interesting. I have no idea whether this is interesting or not, but thank you so much to everyone who sent questions, and feel free to comment more in the comments. I will probably just type a reply now, because I'm not planning on doing a Q&A for a little while. Maybe I'll do one at the end of this series again if you guys want me to. Let me know if you want me to do another one. I've also seen a lot of people comment since I put my video out with Ollie, who's my boyfriend, that you want to see Ollie on my channel again, and he will be back. We've been together all day today, and we've been discussing different ideas, and we've got some really fun ones, and I'm so happy that like all of you guys could see like how amazing he is. That made me so happy. So yes, he will be coming back to my channel, and he's very excited to be back. We haven't filmed anything yet, but maybe over the weekend. That'll be really fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you soon for my next interview, which is with someone very iconic on The Next Step. You're not going to expect this one. I didn't expect this one to happen, but I'm very excited that it did. It isn't Michelle, I just want to point out, because I put a post up and everybody was getting their hopes up for Michelle. I would tell you if it was Michelle, because like I couldn't keep that. So it's not Michelle, but it's somebody very iconic, and it was so fun filming with them. So stay tuned for that. It will be out on Wednesday at 7 p.m, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye guys.